Alright guys, well it's been a while, but I'm back and Jack the Nutritionist is here, and in today's video we're going to look at everything to do with cortisol. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly about cortisol. So let's get into it.
I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Took me so many lessons, how not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. When this began, we was the perfect match, perhaps. We had some problems, but we working at it, and now the arguments are getting loud.
Alright guys, so today's video, as I've already done the introduction for, is everything cortisol. So, what is cortisol? Now, cortisol is a steroid hormone that is found in and around the kidney area. And obviously it's produced by humans, and it's found in the zona region, the zona adrenal cortex to be precise. Well, that's not exactly been 100% precise, but what this does is it's in the adrenal glands as well, and if you fatigue your adrenal glands, what happens is cortisol is released, and it's in response to stress or low blood glucose concentration. So I know that's a lot to take in, so I do have a photo which is right on the screen now, and that's going to be a sort of describing what I'm trying to say. Some people find it better if they listen to it, some people find a visual to be better. So you've got the best of both, and now we'll let that go. And this is going to cause you to feel fatigued, it's going to cause you to feel depressed, and it can even cause you to gain weight. Yes, I know alarm bells are ringing. Because one thing that a lot of people don't realise is there's a little pouch, well, it's just under your belly button, that you can get of fat. It's like a little pouch of fat. And this can be produced by too much cortisol in your diet, or just in general. Just too much cortisol. So, yeah, that's one reason in particular why we want to look at what cortisol is. Because if you're looking to lose weight, if you're looking to, you wonder why that's there and why the rest of you's not fat, this is what we need to look at. So, let's dive into this. So, when we look at, how to lower it, how to lower cortisol, we need to know what high levels can do to you. So we've already mentioned they can make you feel depressed, fatigued, and also gain weight. But what does this? So for one, stress. Loads and loads of stress. Exams. I've got loads of coursework on for work. I've got loads of this and loads of that. And you just go into meltdown. And you are stressed to bits, So your kids are running around doing your head in, for example, or like I say, you've got loads of exams going on. You've got loads of A levels and that, and your head is just going round and round, and you just cannot help it. Well, these are things that are going to make you put the weight on, and it's not very good. Stress. Let's be honest. Nobody wants stress, but we can't help but feel stressed. The second we get in a car, we can feel stressed. Because just driving can be stressful. Especially if there's people pulling out in front of you, doing stuff like that. It can be a really bad experience. However, we need to look at other things as well, because it's not just stress that causes it. Another one would be caffeine. Yep, that's right. Caffeine can cause you to fatigue your adrenal glands, and therefore cortisol is released. And yeah, you guessed it. That's going to cause you to feel fatigued, stressed, and it's going to make you put weight on. And that's another thing we definitely do not want. And if we look further into it, if it's chronically elevated, cortisol levels, it can be linked to a lower immune function. So you're going to be more susceptible to colds, all sorts of things like that, because your immune system is in overdrive, basically. Another thing, like I mentioned, obesity, high blood pressure as well. So your optimal blood pressure should be 180, should be 120/80. However, it does it's supposed to have gone up to 130 over 80 or 90, but that's just the government because they don't want to admit people are fat. That's my take on that. But yeah, 120 over 80 is how your blood pressure should be when you get it done, unless these rules and guidelines have changed, which I really don't think they have. So another thing that will, if you've got a heightened cortisol level, another thing that's going to happen is you're going to get anxiety. That's again because your mind and everything is just, it's all over the place. And especially if you're feeling depressed, it's going to lead into other things as well. So it's like a gateway type of symptom. And again, that's really not helping. So if you've got a friend who drinks about 20 coffees, rock stars, you want to do them a favour. And another thing, it's going to totally ruin the diet as well. But I'm sure I've covered that in other videos as well. So feel free to sort of go through that. And also brain fog. So yeah, this is usually due to like having no carbs in your diet type of thing. You can get brain fog from that. But there's other ways you can get it. And that is one of the other ways from having a heightened cortisol level. And fatiguing your adrenal glands. So yeah, even not getting enough sleep can fatigue your adrenal glands, and therefore cortisol is released through the flight or fight response. So say if you've been in a car accident, say you're in a fight, something like that, and the adrenaline kicks in. That's exactly what this is, and that's the response that happens, fight or flight, and then obviously cortisol goes through your body and then it's released. So yeah, we want to find out how to lower it, don't we? Because we don't want it to be high. Because if it's high, we've got a lot of things going on, a lot of issues. So let's look at how to lower this thing. So now, in order to lower it, you're going to be wanting to do things such as, there's two main ways you can do it. Well, obviously I know there's three because you can use supplements, but I'm not a GP. I'm not registered to tell you if you need supplements. However, if you do feel like you need to go and see a GP because you've got very high cortisol levels, then by all means go and do it. I would advise you to do that. Go and see a GP. However, if we're looking for other solutions, because we don't want to go to a doctor, nobody likes it, going to the hospital or the doctors, nobody likes it. So now, in order to lower these levels by physical exercise, that's what we're going to look through now, and then we'll go through the diet. How to lower through your diet, and that will be the video finished. Woo! So now we're looking at physical exercise and other things we can do related to that. So we're going to be looking at I'm trying to think now. I've had a bird brain, can't even speak. But yeah, basically you can do 20 to 30 minutes of say walking a day. This will help you to relax a bit, and it will help you to reduce your cortisol levels, because you're not really taking in everything that's going on, and it helps to clear your head as well. So that's one thing you can do. Also, doing too much exercise or doing too hard of training when you're not used to it can do this, and it can also fatigue your central nervous system, which is it's your spine and your brain. So what will happen is you'll feel depressed because of that, because you've fatigued your central nervous system as well, and we don't want that. So that's why when you're doing a routine, obviously start off with something that it's not too easy, not too hard, and then you start there, and then you build your way up. That's the only way to do it, because if you want to try and lift as much as you can in one go, when you've not been to the gym before, or you've not been for weeks, you're just going to end up even injuring yourself. And no, we don't want that. So, if you want to run a marathon, for example, that can initiate the stress response, and your brain will get a message that will be telling you there's sort of like a feeling of danger. I know it's a weird one, but that's just what will happen. So that's what I'm saying. You need to start off light and go to a level that you've not been to, and then keep going and going and going. But you need to do it gradually. because otherwise you're not going to get anywhere from it. Another thing that would be good to help lower it would be, say, do some yoga. Yoga is absolutely wicked, or meditation. These two things are really, really good to reduce cortisol levels. And, you don't even have to pay for them these days. I mean, there's a yoga app you can get on your phone that is free, unless you want to get the premium version. But like I say, you don't have to. If your job requires quite a bit of walking, or you get the bus to work, essentially you could be doing enough there. Another thing would be listen to music. You can get away with listening to music, as long as it's not sort of music that's going to get your adrenaline going. Some nice relaxing music. You might be able to find a mix on your phone, Spotify. We've all got playlists with stuff like that. So just sit, just chill out, and drift away to the sound of the ocean, or the sound of, I don't know, whatever makes you feel chilled out. Really, could be an artist, or it could be something else. That brings me on to say drawing. That's a really good way to reduce stress, by drawing. As long as you don't get frustrated because you can't colour the lines in properly, yeah, you can do that. Or go and see an art gallery or something, And since we're speaking about art galleries and shows and that, why don't you get yourself over to, say, a comedy store, or watch a comedy on the telly, watch something like Lee Evans, for example, because when you're laughing, you're reducing your cortisol levels, because you're happy, and obviously you're not depressed. It's the opposite of depressed. So therefore, you are reducing your cortisol levels. So yeah, there's some pretty good things you can do to reduce your cortisol levels, and obviously help yourself out. So now we've looked into the physical, now we're going to look into the diet part, because I know a lot of you will be thinking, well, diet must be out of the window. Well, no, not really. Not really. So let's have a look at how you can reduce it with your diet. So I've got a list of foods that you can use. So one of them would be a wild-caught salmon. Yeah, wild-caught salmon can reduce your cortisol levels, therefore helping you to eliminate that little pouch, eliminate the stress, eliminate fatigue, and yeah, helping you live that nice, happy lifestyle you've always wanted. You'd be like, yeah, put a smile on your face for a change. Another one is dark chocolate. Now, dark chocolate does have many good purposes. I'm sure it's the healthiest chocolate you can get, in terms of, because I think the white chocolate is obviously the most fattening, and then obviously milk chocolate, and then dark chocolate. Personally, myself, I do love dark chocolate. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just got a nice taste, I think. So therefore, I would favour that. However, if you want to lower your cortisol levels, have a look at some dark chocolate. Another one would be berries. Now, I'm pretty sure it's any type of berry, but berries themselves, so it's blackberries, strawberries, you get the idea. Any of these will help reduce your cortisol levels, and also they're fruit as well, so just don't have too much of it because your sugar will go up, and then we have other issues going on there. So yeah, that's another thing to look at. One more would be garlic. So yeah, not a lot of people like garlic because you're either a vampire or you just don't like the taste of it, because it can leave a horrible taste in your mouth. Stuff like garlic sauce that you get from a takeaway. Yeah, just don't be kissing nobody if you've had garlic, because it can be quite bad. However, if you have been eating garlic, you can have chewing gum. Chewing gum reduces cortisol levels. Chewing gum has a lot of good properties as well. Obviously don't swallow it because it can take up to 7 years to digest. And yeah, that's really bad. Yeah, chewing gum. Because obviously your mind is focused on chewing. So in the long run, your mind isn't thinking about everything that's going on around you. You're focused in that moment there and then. So it can even help you focus at the gym. It can help you focus on a run. Because you focused on eating, you focused on chewing. You focus on something else, your mind is being distracted. So some people do this, not only to release stress, but it actually does speed up your metabolism by up to 5% chewing gum, because your body thinks that it's actually having something to eat. Now, I'm not saying do this to like lose weight, in terms of that's just the sole purpose. I'd say do it because obviously, you know, you want to get a nice fresh taste in your mouth, like say you just had a cup of coffee, and you don't want to have coffee breath because you go into an interview, or you know, something like that. Or you want to reduce your cortisol levels. I'm not saying, you know, do it because you want to lose weight and that's what you're going to do, you're just going to eat a full pack of chewing gum, because you need to do it properly. So I don't want to promote none of that. However, we do have some more things on the list that we can add to your shopping list if you want it. So another one would be chamomile tea. Now, chamomile tea and green tea both help to reduce your cortisol levels, and that's really good to know. And it can also make you lose weight. I'm sure I read somewhere 5 cups of green tea a day can help you lose weight, which, hey, that's wicked. So try it out for yourself. If you do get results from it, hey, keep doing it. But, you know, if not, then you're going to have to try chewing gum. Nah, I'm just kidding. So another one would be olive oil. And this is the last one I've got on the list. So olive oil. Now, olive oil is, well, a lot of people have it on the food because they think, well, not only that, but you use it for cooking. So that's obviously one thing you're going to use it for. But actually another one is to help you reduce your cortisol levels. And obviously we want to reduce our cortisol levels. So yeah, give it a go. And also, you can combine all these food choices for your diet, and you can also include all of the ones for the exercise to help reduce your cortisol levels. And let's have a happy and engaging lifestyle and be motivated to change, because that's what it's all about. And nutrition is one of them things that is underrated quite a lot, because a lot of people are confused. You go to a supermarket and I guarantee you will find about 10, 20 different food types that contradict themselves. I guarantee it, because that's just the way the media brings it up, that's just the way obviously the suppliers want to bring it up, and that's just the way that other people have been taught to bring it up. And it's wrong. So that's why I've got a page like this to help you from step 1 to step 10. You know, understand what food is, what it does, and yeah, you know, as you can see from your page, it's all about nutrition now. It's all geared towards that, because to me that's a little bit more important than the gym sometimes, because your diet is 70% of your, you know, of your sort of changing your workout routine. So obviously sleep is really important. So make sure you get between 6 to 8 hours sleep. Make sure you're eating right, and make sure you're gymming right, or you're doing your exercise right. Get these 3 mastered, and you are on the way to being the person you want to be, being who you want to be, more importantly. So that's going to wrap up the video today, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to try and get videos out a bit more frequently, because I know it's horrible, you know, waiting for videos and etc. So yeah, this is obviously Cortisol, and I'm going to be back maybe next week, maybe the week after. I'm going to try and get as many done as possible. Haven't quite decided what the next topic is going to be, but I'll try and keep it fun as possible, and something that's going to make you guys obviously get what you've subscribed for. So with all that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, before I go, one last thing would be, in terms of your diet, one of the best ways to reduce your cortisol levels is to eat whole foods, and also try and get unprocessed food if possible. You know, because the more unprocessed food you can get, the better. But yeah, that's it. I'm not going to take any more of your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week, or whenever I can make the next video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.